feel pretty, like don't change your appearance, change your mind. And that's like with everything in your life. Like if you don't feel good enough, don't change your appearance, change your mind. Because if you change your mind, you actually are what you want to be. And if you change your appearance, you only seem what you want to be and you don't feel what you want to be. You only seem it to other people. And seeming like something to other people doesn't reflect on how you feel about yourself. And changing your mind may change your appearance, but that's irrelevant. Because like I literally look in the mirror and I'm literally like, literally before I went in the shower, I was literally like, oh my god, you're so pretty. And I literally talk to myself all the time, especially if I don't feel pretty, I'll literally be like, you're so pretty. When before I went in the shower, I literally like genuinely felt like I was like, oh my god, you're so gorgeous. As if I was talking to someone else. But it's because I literally constantly have affirmations on. I constantly am saying it to myself and constantly aware of when I speak negatively of myself. And then slowly guide myself back to love. Because, you know, you decide what's pretty, you decide what's cool, you decide everything. Because it's your life. And again, I said this in my last video, but like think of who you're thinking of calling you ugly. Because there's always a person. Who are you thinking of that's calling you uncool? And it's always so fucking random for me. I'm like, oh, and it's like, who are you embarrassed in front of? And then I think of someone, I'm like, oh, do I even respect the way that person lives? Do I want to live like that person? No. So I'm not going to use them as a guide. But I just don't know why everyone's so fucking obsessed with hygiene. Like, it's so random. I just think it's so random to obsess over hygiene. Hygiene and health and well-being and beauty, like, it's so... I also think that shaving and everything of that sort is just ridiculous. Don't shave for your pedophile fucking boyfriend. Like, come on, like, it's fucking crazy. I don't shave anywhere because I don't want to. Let it go. Let it go. These days I seem to think about all the things that I've got to do. You felt good in my billion. I have not forgotten. That is just fucking fantastic.
Girl. Guys, you know, I've literally had pancakes every Pancake Tuesday for the past like 5 years.
No way.
Yeah.
You know it's not pancakes, you did you?
Fuck! And I'm so upset when you were like, it's Pancake Tuesday, so I was like, oh my god, because I usually like have. And then for that week, I'm obsessed with pancakes and I can't stop eating pancakes.
Really, because you take it really seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm making. I've literally written this fucking 4 pages of this story I'm writing. Like, I literally just write like whatever, and I saw a thing yesterday which is like so affirming or whatever, reaffirming, but I basically just write whatever comes into my head and it just like flows out. And it doesn't even make sense, but I saw a thing yesterday of like advice from a writer, and it was like just literally just say whatever comes into your head and then spend most of your time editing it. Like that's the most important, is just editing it. So that makes me feel better, but like I have no fucking idea what the fuck I'm writing about. And I'm just at a point because it was all coming out of me, and I thought I think I did a really good job of like the characters and the dialogue. Like there's so much dialogue which I've never done before. I never thought I was good at that, but like I actually am good at that. Like it's actually flowing out of me, like the different people which I've never experienced. I don't know what the fuck. I'm at a point now, and I'm like, okay, this can either go two ways. Do you know what I mean? I'm having so many revelations in my life, and you know, when you like blind yourself and you're like, fuck, I see the light. I just go through these phases in my life where I'm like, I know everything, and then I get really high, and then I go down and like I'm humbled. And I'm great. I'm going through like a humbling period, but like it's good because that's also a revelation in itself where I feel like I got the hang of things. But I just realized that I was holding on to the fact that I wasn't holding on to anything, if you understand me. And I was separating myself from the rest of the world. I had a very us and them thing going on, but it was with myself. Where I was like, I'm different from everyone else, and I was trying to reach perfection in myself. Like I was genuinely, I try to be perfect. Like I actually try to be perfect, and everyone does that in their own right. But the disguise of mine is just very deceptive. Like it's just very deceives me so much because it's like I'm trying to be spiritually perfect. Like I'm trying to be like, even with the things that I discover or become enlightened of, I hold on to it in a way that's like, it's just so ironic because I hold on to not holding on, but I'm just realizing that I'm just like everyone else and that we're all equal, and I actually feel that. Like before I felt that, but I was like, I think I believed that we could all potentially be the same, but not actually. Do you know? I was imagining this, you know, destination of, okay, once we're there, once we all embody our souls, we'll all be the same, but we're already there, you know, and there's no destination. And I wasn't accepting myself as I was now. I was seeing myself in this like enlightened state, or as this like enlightened person, and I've just been like trying to reach that and not accepting myself and my humanness for how I am now, because I'm never going to reach that state until I'm dead. And I become ashamed of my humanness and of my ego instead of just accepting it. And I was running away from my own darkness because of that. But it's like feels really scary because I feel like every few months you just have to kill yourself, like kill the perception that you have of yourself, kill the name that you have for yourself. kill who you think you are because you can't hang on to anything. And that's just something that you need to accept in life, is that you can't hang on to anything. And it just feels scary because I have to kill this new perception I have of myself, that I am an enlightened person and that I don't hold on to anything, and that I am spiritually advanced or evolved or something. Because I'm not. Because you're not anything. Do you know what I mean? You cannot say consistent if you give yourself a name. You'll always disappoint yourself. But it's hard to not feel like it's so big and like so dark and like so big and like so scary and just like so like, oh no, I'm awful, or like, oh no, I've done it wrong. It's like that's the way I treat myself, is like I'm like, I have to make the right decision. I have to make the right decision about everything. Because I'm spiritually evolved. I have to make the most spiritually evolved decision over everything in my life. And I only surround myself with spiritually evolved people and only do this and only do that. And it's just such a contradiction to what I believe. So I'm trying to let myself be human, and it's so fucking scary because I feel so bland right now. I feel bland because I felt special, and now I feel bland because I feel like I'm realizing that I'm just like everyone else. And sometimes you trap yourself in that also. That's also a trap. So I'm just trying to stay centered and in the middle and untaken by anything. But it feels hard, but then it's okay, because I always feel like this, where I'm like, feel really scared or like something terrible is gonna happen, and then I just play my chant music, or I, you know, listen to Ram Dass, and then I'm like, it's okay, like, you're okay. I felt like this before. I feel impending doom. I felt like this before, and I'm gonna come out of it, and it's gonna be okay. It's always this thing where I'm like, I can't look back now. Oh no, oh no. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's okay. But yeah, I was being too hard on myself with the way that I was getting stuck in a name, and I was being too hard on myself for not keeping up with that name. And I think that's what we all do, is we make a name for ourselves, whether it's, you know, and it's all within different relationships and within different people. There's perceptions of ourselves, and then we call ourselves that name, and we try to keep up that name, and then we kill ourselves to try to keep up that name. Even if the name is not having a name, you still try to keep up the name and try to be a somebody when you're a nobody. But I don't feel spiritual relief right now. I don't feel relief. I don't feel relieved because of that. I feel kind of scared because of that. Do you know? But that's okay, because I'll be okay. Because I will get my spiritual relief. I'm writing. Guys, I think I'm gonna write a screenplay right now. Should I? See, this is what I do. I write like fucking 5 fucking pages or something, and then I don't like it anymore. But like, do I just move on, or do I just keep going? Like, I don't know. I'm just so scared of just, you know, you see people's lives and you're just like, I don't want to be like that person. You know, and I get like that, where I'm like, I don't want to be like that person. And then, so I separate myself so much, and I'm like, become a recluse from society because I don't want to be like anyone. And that's what happens, but I just don't know right now, and that's okay. I don't know, and that's okay. I need to be comfortable in not knowing. I need to be comfortable in uncertainty. And it's not this game, because that's me going, oh yes, revelation, my game, I'm one level up, and then one day I'll be perfect. That's the way I think. Do you know what I'm saying? I have a headache. I've smoked. I've literally smoked so much. I was in the car with Mia there. I was literally smoking. I was actually chain smoking. I just couldn't stop because I'm so stressed. I just keep smoking, and it stresses me out. But then Mia said, seriously, you have free will, give yourself a break and have a fucking smoke. Because, guys, I just need to smoke, and that's okay. And I just keep eating and smoking. And before I forget, if anyone works in a place in London and they're like, oh my god, my place where I work is hiring and Saoirse would love that job, just let me know, because I'm looking for a job in London. Kill me, like, actually kill me. But I don't want like a shit job. Like, my ideal job is like in an antique shop. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a small shop that there's only a few customers, and I get to sit down and be by myself basically the whole day. But I don't want to work in an office, and I don't want anything to do with corporate job. And Anyway, I feel a bit of impending doom right now, but that's okay. Praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God. This is the chanting music I listen to if you guys are interested. I look rotten. Okay. Last night I literally like fell asleep to Ram Dass because I was feeling so anxious. And I just love Ram Dass so much because every single time I ask for an answer, the medium in which it's presented is always through Ram Dass. And he was even talking about like his game of like the holy man and like how he deals with that balance and how he approaches everything with just like laughter and curiosity of like the tricks that he still plays on himself and how that's his game. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone has a game. It's not denying that you have a game, but it's not being attached to the game. I don't know. It's a similar disguise or game I feel that I have where it's like I'm knowing or, I'm knowing or I'm special or I have the answers, in my relationships as well. Like I'm not saying on this, I mean like my relationships. That like puts pressure on me, but it also makes me feel arrogant sometimes or like special, and I don't want to feel special because that's not true. It's an illusion. But then on the other hand, it's like, that's my game and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? We are distinguishable because of our games, but we are not our games. Because then I felt like, but I am like that. I am very like spiritually in tune, or like I do know things naturally. I have a natural gift translating how I feel or whatever it is that resonates with people. And so that's where there was confusion. I was like, but I don't want to like sacrifice that because that is who I am in a way. So it gets confusing, but it's just knowing that you have a game and knowing that you have a name and not being attached to the name. And so that is my revelation. My brain also works in the way where I have these little, okay, I'm getting up. And you know what? It's okay to feel like that because I have an ego and my ego feels safe when I do things like that, when I see the world like that, where I'm like, see it as a game that is to win. And just as long as I acknowledge that, you know what I mean? I think my ego's fine. It's just having a bit of fun. And it's just so good. I just love Ram Dass so much. I just love him